Here we are pictured at Howes Beach. That's right, Thomas Howes. We are the granddaughters of Thomas Howes, Mary Burr, and Governor Thomas Prince. Welcome to my story of being sex trafficked and my daughter being lured away from me at Wareham, Massachusetts Walmart. My daughter called me and needed to get away from Vermont. They were harassing and abusing her up there. I've got pictures and messages to prove and provide. Now, that being said, the day after Mother's Day, my daughter was with me. We then went to Cape Cod to my grandfather's founded land, Barnstable County, Howes Beach in Dennis, Massachusetts. Cape Cod. When my daughter was again lured from me and disappeared, ending up in Frederick, Maryland. How did that happen? Wareham, Massachusetts? How did that happen at all? Governor Maura Healey, can you explain all the sex trafficking, Christopher Wray, and all the disappearances? Vermont State Police, the rapes, the abuse, the lies, DCF interferences, the deaths, and all the drugs? Because I'm again going to tell every single one of you that I've still got the proof, fact, and evidence to back up everything that I'm telling you. So pay attention. You're going to hear the conversation, me reporting my daughter who was missing and endangered. Who knows this male individual from Wareham, Massachusetts area? He goes to Walmart frequently when I was around the area camping. He invited us to our breakfast at his home. And what happened after that? Well, I felt a lot of bad negative energy. And so I told Bree, let's go. We need to go. And when I messaged him back, this is what I got. And then he came up beside us because he had been in contact with Bree and lured her away from me again. Then she ends up missing, endangered, and a police report with a case number. O-U-D-Y. Okay. He told me that he has not seen my daughter for 2 days and that he has all of her information, her identification, and a guy named Andre that my daughter was last seen with allegedly is very upset about the disappearance of my daughter. And I asked them to reach out to you in regards as to how, where, what, when, and who's responsible. Let's find my daughter. She's got traumatic epilepsy, and she suffers from major seizures. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not from there. My daughter was last seen in Wareham, Massachusetts, and then I've been reaching out diligently until I just got somebody answer her phone named Joe Gowdy. So wherever he is at is where my daughter was last seen. Wherever he got robbed, he told me, and that is the night that my daughter went missing. Was she had fled for safety. My name is Kim. For 2 days. He didn't specify day of time of day or at what time. He just told me that she was last seen 2 days ago. And that she had been hanging out with a guy named Andre. Okay. R-I-A-N-N-A, 1992. Give me my contacts here. 70. The last time I spoke with my daughter was for 1 week ago. It was 1 week ago, and she was in Wareham, Massachusetts, and she was supposed to be safe. She's a trafficking victim.
She suffers from epilepsy and major grand mal seizures. She also has Crohn's disease. She's not a drug addict, but she has medical, and I'm very concerned for her safety and well-being. Okay. We'll see where we can go from here, okay? Thank you.
He is and hasn't seen her for 2 days. And he told me that she was hanging out with his friend named Andre. Yes.
Yeah, we're very familiar with him. We actually just made contact with him right now.
Okay.
So all the information you provided is the exact same as he provided.
Yes.
I want to let you know before we go any further, my body camera's on a recording, so it's recording this interaction right now.
Yes, thank you.
If it's in the state of Maryland, it's law that we at least let you know that we're recording. So are you looking to file a missing person report now for?
Yes, missing and endangered. Due to the fact my daughter, she has traumatic epilepsy and grand mal seizures. And grand mal seizures, that means she has seizures where she falls, and it goes into seizure-matic episode, pass out, and perhaps may need medical care. In the meantime, I have reached out to the hospital in your local area to see if by any chance my daughter had been put in, and there's no signs of. So out of the concern, when Mr. Gowdy talked with me, I thank him very much for his assistance, and he did tell me that he has my daughter's wallet with all her identification and such. I do have my daughter's verbal permission, audio and audio record, to uphold her rights for legal and medical due to the fact that she is a sex trafficking victim. And back in this situation, she was supposed to be in court a couple days ago in the state of Vermont, and she never made it. So I've been reaching out, and this is the first time that I've been able to get somebody on the phone. She is not a drug addict. She does not drink alcohol, and she is not a drug addict. She has Crohn's disease, and like I said, diagnosed traumatic epilepsy with grand mal seizures, which are the worst seizures that you can have. So she's got brain injury from them.
I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. Hopefully be able to answer some of them. It's okay if I give you a call right back really quick, though, because some of these are descriptor questions.
Yes, sir, that's fine. And that'll give me 5 minutes, please, so I can plug my phone in because it is on low battery. And
if you can provide as much information as possible, if there's some information you can't provide, I do also have her wallet.
Reputation is being like a trap house, they call it.
I'm asking for her specific build. Is that thin, heavy, medium?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's got many followers. Nobody.
If you can provide as much information as possible, if there's some information you can't provide or don't remember, then please don't worry about it. We're just gonna go down the list and try to get as much as we can, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Do you know if she's been fingerprinted or footprinted before?
Yes, many times.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know what her blood type is?
Oh.
Was she born? What was her place of birth?
SKO. Yes.
Is that a full X-ray, partial?
Full.
Full X-ray. Okay. Do you know if she's been circumcised?
No. No.
We asked that question just in case. Okay. Do you know if she wears a corrective vision prescription? Do you know her social security number? Do you know if she has any scars or marks on her?
Yeah, contusion from a concussion, a bump on her head that had been swollen, enlarged, and bruised.
Okay, so those circular marks, were those from a cigar, cigarette?
Not confirmed. It has not been confirmed. That was another report that was taken in the state of Vermont.
Mm-hmm.
And she also has tattoos. She has on her left a music tattoo arm piece.
As well. We don't know where he is at this point, unfortunately. The only person we know is Mr. Gowdy, who the reason he came into contact with her was because something was going on at a train station. He was hanging out with her and her boyfriend, and then they all went a bunch of different directions. Mr. Gowdy's been holding on to the personal belongings, including the phone, because he's trying to find her and make sure she has her belongings back.
And I greatly appreciate him, very much so. He gave me his phone number to stay in contact with him.
Sure.
To share information so that we're all in the same, okay?
Do you know if she's living anywhere down here, or is she supposed to be living up there at
She's supposed to. That's why I'm saying I don't understand why she is down there. She is not supposed. She was in Wareham, Massachusetts, and we were working with an agency called Turning Points to get her some subsidies.
Yeah.
And there was just a case of that where I just saved my daughter from Seminole County Sheriff's Department. They located her back in February and down there, and she was actually, it was a bad situation, and she was up here. She was doing well. There was a guy in Wareham, Massachusetts, that asked us to go to his house for breakfast and told her, oh, if you need to use the bathroom, it's right in there. Well, it ends up being like a trap house, they call it. And the girl that used to stay there said, oh, my word, I'm so sorry. She told me what he does is he has like mirrors set up with lines of whatever on it. And that's probably what happened to my daughter right from the get-go when she was introduced to him at Walmart in Wareham, Massachusetts. So I've been in contact with the organization that was supposed to be helping us as well. And they've not done anything to assist me in trying to even locate her. And it's been weird that we've not even been able to contact her on her phone until, thankfully, for Mr. Gowdy. So if we could find out even some information on this Andre guy, where's he from? What's his status?
Well, so we unfortunately don't have anything else other than his name at this point. We know the last known location that he might have been. We don't know where he is. Unfortunately, we have a very significant homeless population down here, and there's a bunch of places we are going to try to be looking for, but there's no guarantee that we can actually find anything.
Yeah, because Mr. Gowdy told me that he had walked over to the store, like to the beer store or something, which was about 6 blocks away, is what he told me.
Yep. So we went to that exact same store. We've got a couple of stores that are around here that they tend to frequent. We've gone to all of those locations. Mr. Gowdy has even said that the last time he saw Mr. Whedon was sometime earlier today. So he doesn't even know where Mr. Whedon is currently. He could be anywhere in the city at this point.
How's he spelling his last name? Do you know?
Pardon me?
How do you spell his last name? Any idea, Mr. Whedon?
So unfortunately, ma'am, we're going to get to that in a moment. We have, unfortunately, a timeline for some of these missing person stuff. If we're able to continue getting through this paperwork.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely understandable. We'll be able to answer all the other questions once we're done with this, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
So her teeth, what are they normal, gold? Do they have a gap? Are they chipped, protruding, decayed?
She's got normal teeth.
Normal? Okay. You said her complexion, she's lighter skinned?
Yes.
Okay. Her build, is she thin, heavy, medium, muscular?
5'2", 110 pounds.
Well, I'm asking for her specific build. Is that thin, heavy, medium, or
thin.
muscular?
Yeah, she's thin.
Okay. All right. Okay. Do you know if she's on any medication?
She's not.
No? Okay. Other than the seizures, Crohn's, and epilepsy, does she have any other information?
Not that to my acknowledgement, no.
No, that's it? Okay. Alright, so I'm going to put you as the person that's calling in and reporting her as missing. Okay. Can I get your last, first, and middle name? White female?
Yes, biological mother.
Gotcha. Okay. So, what is your address?
Oliver Hill Road.
What's a good phone number for you? Miss Knights that she might be hanging around with right now?
None in Maryland. Perhaps a friend that she was visiting previous. I do not have his contact information. And if her phone and such are left behind, that's not usual. That's very unusual circumstances for Brianna because she's in contact with her son on a regular basis.
Gotcha.
This is due to the fact that the last person we had spoken with and she had parted ways with me verified that she would be able to get to her court date
Gotcha.
last week, and she didn't make it. That would be in Vermont.
Okay. Detective from our agency who's going to work very hard to try to find her, okay?
So you'll be able to verify it if they make missing persons reports, right? Posters?
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
To be able to make posters? What do I need for verification? Do I need a case number or anything?
Yeah, we'll give you a case number. Do you have a piece of paper?
Yes.
All right, our case report number is 2024 -057237.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
So if you have any questions, if you have any new information that you think will be relevant, give us a call. Give the operator the case report number that I just provided to you. They'll be able to link that with this report right now, okay?
Okay.
All right. Listen, ma'am, I truly hope that you have a good rest of your day. We're going to do everything we can to find her, okay?
And me too. Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Call this number if you want to and find out what did he do to my daughter. Again, we are the granddaughters to Governor Prince, Thomas Howes, the founder of Barnstable County, and I say to Cape Cod, the administrator of the mayor and all Board of Selectmen, as well as police officers of Wareham, Massachusetts. I'm going to request and suggest you get into your line of duty and you start protecting everybody out there because you already failed me and my daughter. And I hopefully don't fail anybody else. Do you understand and hear me? Fair enough.